I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day and all is going well with you today. Today, I want to hang out with you a little bit and share with you more notes in a favorite sermon series of mine called Just Sayin. And this particular sermon is about speaking the truth in love. And of course, the verse I want to share with you is Proverbs 18:21. And the version of the verse that I want to read to you goes like this. Words kill, words give life. They are either poison or fruit. So, what is confrontation? A confrontation is a meeting between two friends for the purpose of restoring godliness. So let me say that again. A confrontation is a meeting between two friends for the purpose of restoring godliness. So what do we need to know in order to have a proper godly confrontation? One, we need to follow God's leading carefully. If you're excited about confronting somebody, it's not from God. So if you are really jazzed up about, I need to give so-and-so a piece of my mind, and I'm really going to give it to them really, really good. They're really going to get it. That's not godly. That is not godly confrontation. That is something else entirely different. That is from the devil or just from you. So the number two thing we need to follow are others being hurt. So either in the confrontation or rather in the situation in which you feel that you need to confront the person, is it because somebody else is being hurt within the process, within what that person is doing that you want to confront? Or number three, is the person being hurt themselves? So do they have a habit that is hurting their welfare? Are they putting their health in danger? Are they putting their life in danger? Or both? Or are they putting somebody else that they love in danger? Okay, so that leads me to the next section. How are we actually supposed to have a confrontation? One, we are supposed to meet privately. According to Matthew 18, verse 15 through verse 20, we are supposed to meet privately. I'm sorry, I do not have these verses written down, so I could only give you the references as to where they're at. Number two, we are to prepare tactfully and compassionately. And be prepared to confront. Number three, we are to check our own heart. So that goes back to what I said before. If we are excited about what we are about to do, because confrontation isn't supposed to be exciting. If we are excited about what we are about to do, we should not do that. Do it because it's not from God. Number four, we should consider having written prep. So if you feel the need to confront somebody and part of being prepared, so you're preparing, part of being prepared is writing down what you want to say. And I remember so clearly that our pastor had told us at this point in the message that if you write it down and either one, it doesn't look that bad that the situation needs to be confronted, or you write it down in such a way that you would not tell a person, or you would not tell a person that, or even more specifically, you would not want to hear that yourself. If somebody were to say that to you, you need to go back and rethink that. That's why you need to write it down, because you need to approach it with such tact that it'll be received with nothing but love. That is your goal. And so that leads me to the final point on these particular points. Approach with a story. And when our pastor talked about approaching with the story, he talked about Nathaniel, the prophet Nathaniel, confronting David about his extramarital affair with Bathsheba. Now, David had Bathsheba's husband, Uriah, killed on the front lines of war in order to cover up the fact that Bathsheba and David were having an affair, and Bathsheba got pregnant. So what Nathaniel told David was that a man stole another man's sheep, and David was hurt. He was angry because in that moment he did not realize that it was him that was committing those crimes, stealing another man's wife and stealing another man's child, essentially. Because if things had gone right, then the baby that was to be born was supposed to be Uriah's baby, not David's. So David got very, very sad and very, very angry. And finally, Nathaniel found the courage to tell him, David, that man that I'm talking about, that was you. Okay, so that leads me to the next section. Once you share the truth, don't continue talking. Be quiet. And let God talk to the person. And that might take a couple days, but once you share the truth, you do not have to keep over and over sharing. Number 4, offer grace and support. Don't be mad at that person. And then the next section of my notes says, be courageous. It's a promise that we made. And it says, be courageous. I will compassionately confront if needed, and I will receive confrontation from a friend if needed. And lastly, be open to what God wants to say to you. So that is how we are supposed to confront. And I hope that this message finds you well. And I hope that you find it useful as well. I pray that all your relationships are ones that are uplifting. But if there is one that is not uplifting, please know that God will help you confront it if need be. And I pray that you do this in love and compassion, and just remember that all people aren't perfect. Nobody is perfect. So do these steps to think about what you want to say, and just use all the love in your heart and know that God is always going to be there for you. I'll talk to you later. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And also, quickly, I want to say that if you like any of my videos, please feel free to share, subscribe, and pass these on to your friends. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.